Teaching high school for 52 years is an accomplishment all of its own. And for retiring Benet Academy teacher Thomas White, teaching for half a century was the greatest job he never thought he'd have. NCTV 17's Marc Dahlquist has the story.
Not much from 1958 is the same. Back then, gas was 30 cents a gallon, and minimum wage was just $1. But for Benet Academy students, one thing from that year has remained the same. 1958 was the year Thomas White started teaching, and 52 years later is retiring as Benet Academy's longest-serving teacher.
My getting into teaching is serendipity, boy. Father Michael Komachek, who was over here as the head of the English department, he asked me, he said, could you take my classes for a couple of weeks over at the high school? Because he said, my parents have given me a trip to Europe, and I really want to go.
After 2 weeks of subbing journalism classes, White was offered a job teaching math, science, and English the following school year at what was then St. Precocious Academy, despite having no formal training.
I just did it. I stayed a page ahead. That's just what you had to do. And I worked a lot, long hours, and I learned how to coach. There are just things you can do if you put your mind to it and you like doing it.
The school merged with Sacred Heart Girls School in 1967 to form what we now know as Benet Academy.
That was fun. When you just have boys in class, the school's different. You get women around, school changes.
One change was made by Mr. White. He added an advanced English class shortly after the girls arrived, recognizing the strong writing skills of the young women. Today, the class is still a part of the English curriculum, serving generations of young women like Carolyn Mangan and her daughter.
When she started at Benet, I really wanted her to get him. I had him for sophomore English, and I really wanted her to get creative writing with him senior year. And so I was thrilled when she got him for that class.
He was really good at making assignments that you wouldn't expect, and assignments that really challenged you to think outside the box and to come up with new ways to do things.
Though White has put in more than half a century of teaching, he still feels like the day he started in 1958.
I'm still 18. My body says I'm not, but in my brain I'm still 18. Because these kids keep you young, they really do. I'm 74 years old, I could do this. I could do this next year.
We continue to hope that he will find ways in which to reconnect with the school community in the years ahead. As our most senior teacher, we will always have a soft place in our heart for him and for his legacy here at the school.
White's life was changed forever 52 years ago by a decision to help his friend. And as it turned out, he had the opportunity to change the lives of hundreds of students.
Well, who'd have thought if I'd ever planned a life that would happen? But I think God has a plan for people, and I think I must have been part of that.
Reporting from Benet Academy, Marc Dahlquist, Naperville News 17.
Even though Mr. White is no longer teaching classes, he will still be involved with Benet Academy next year as a consultant.